Good evening to everyone. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend. Hold on, give me 2 seconds. Oh, it is Friday. Oh, okay. Happy pre-July 4th. Happy pre-July 4th. Okay. So I usually don't do my videos, back to back this quick. I usually, go handle my business in between downloads and readings, and the divine gave me it a couple of days ago, and I forgot until the Holy Spirit reminded me today because I asked, and I was like, I know I'm forgetting something. What am I forgetting? So before I get into it for y'all, first let me say I hope that you guys are staying safe in this heat. I hope you are somewhere cool. I hope you are under a fan or an AC, or at least near a cool water source of some kind, even if it is your own bathtub. Okay? And there's one thing that I'm gonna say, and it pertains to this message. And it's a message I put out in my last reading, the behind the scenes reading for the CERN water portals and New Orleans becomes a new Atlantis. In that video, I apologize. And this is why I apologize, okay? Because I had to go back and I had to get my notes, okay? I had to go through these right here. And I realized that the seven seals, which are in correlation with the 7 years of tribulation in Revelation for the time period that we're living in now, one seal is opened every year, and everything that happens in between is just prophecy, basically, right? So I said it was every 2 years. No, it's every year. And each seal that is opened correlates to the 7 years of tribulation. So we've already had 2 seals opened. Okay? And the first one was in 2025, the year of the Hermit, 9. And that was the pale horse. The second seal is this year, and that is the red horse. And that is the horse of war, because we're in the year of the fire horse. Remember, I told you spirituality, astronomy, Vedic astrology, which is Eastern astrology, the true astrology calendar, all of it ties in together. You just have to know how to break down the numbers. Just like the heavens, God and Goddess speak in numbers, so does the enemy. So once you learn how to break the numbers down, you know where it's going, basically, right? Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about before I get into this notebook of notes, everybody around the world is feeling the shift of when CERN shut the portal off. When CERN shut the hydrocolloidal machine off, everybody felt it. It's a huge global shift, right? And I know the minute it turned off, because I actually ended up having an emotional breakdown that day, and probably like hours after it turned off, I immediately had an emotional breakdown. I had to release everything that I was thinking and everything that I was feeling, and it was mainly due to the beast system that we're being run under, with chasing after the American dream and goals and money that don't mean shit. It just pissed me off, right? And I'm pretty sure everybody around the world, not just America, feels that way. You know what I'm saying? But specifically when it comes to Americans, you know what I'm talking about, okay? So let's get into these downloads. I do have the cards, but I have to talk a minute and get into these downloads so you understand why I'm going to title this reading, okay? So the title of this reading is, of course, Behind the Scenes, and it's the Antichrist Project and the 7 years of tribulation. Everybody wants to know why they turned off CERN. And why CERN is going to be turned off, I believe, is for the next 4 years, because they did the same thing before COVID hit, right? Right. So everybody's like, so they turned CERN off again, so what's going to happen this time? It's the Antichrist Project and the 7 years of tribulation. That's what the fuck is happening. when probably like 2 days before they shut off the CERN machine, I heard the Antichrist project is almost done. So you have to know what that means, okay? Now, a lot of people, this is the reason why I don't really like getting into conversations with religious people, because religious people think that everything is in a book. How can you document every single vision or astral experience somebody has experienced with the divine, with the spirits, within your spirit? If that's the case, we would have millions upon millions of books documenting every single experience a chosen one has had. But we don't have that because obviously they don't want you to know the truth. And spiritual experiences are obviously not going to be written in the Bible if it's used for patriarchy. So, how you experience things and how you know things by God and Goddess is by experiencing it through your own soul with the divine. And the divine has to have their hands on your life. You have to be chosen for that. And if you're not chosen for that, you're not going to know. So I'm not about to sit up here and argue with somebody who goes to church and listens to somebody else's interpretation of the damn Bible when they don't read the Bible or pray themselves. Fuck you. I said what I said, and I stand 10 toes down on that. Now, moving forward, the Antichrist Project and the 7 years of tribulation. So, like I said, one seal is opened per year. The first seal was opened in 2025, the year of the Hermit, and that was the year of the Pale Horse. All right. So, another thing that came to me was the Seraphim angels punish those who commit the top 7 of the 7 deadly sins, right? Because I'm like, okay, we know that when the Seraphim angels come in, they're getting the worst of the worst out of here, right? So I had to, like I told you, when I had to go find my notes, that's when it clicked back in place for me. And I said, oh shit, I wrote those notes having a whole conversation with the divine and looking up information on Google. My phone is on my laptop. That's the reason why I'm pointing. So if you see the background, light in my glasses, is because I had a movie I was watching and I put it on pause. Right? So I had to go get my notes. When I was going back over my notes, I was like, oh shit, everything started to click and, go in place. So one seal is opened per year. The first seal of the Pale Horse was opened in 2025, 2026 now, which is the year of the Wheel of Fortune and the Magician, which is basically manifesting your destiny, right? We're going to get to that in a second and what that means and how that's implied moving forward with them turning off CERN. Give me a minute. The 7 deadly sins. I told you the Seraphim angels are called when the 7 deadly sins are committed by the worst of the worst souls, right? So, when we look at 2027, it's an 11, break it down to a 2. In tarot, it is the High Priestess and Justice. And it is the year of the fire goat in Chinese astrology. And the goat represents the sin of lust. So those who have been out here on sexual demon time, on sexual deviancy, who have been getting marked in the spirit. Remember, we talked about this last time in the last reading about, HIVs on the rise, AIDS on the rise, STDs on the rise. I told you were being marked in the spirit. 2027 is the year of the fire goat, the sin of lust. The Seraphim angels are coming after those who have been marked with the sin of lust. Oh, this shit's deep. So the High Priestess, which is Mom, the Most High Mother Goddess Yashira, and the Justice Council, she is going to be dispatching the Seraphim angels herself for this task, okay? Mom is not playing. It's not a game. And also in 2027, the North Node moves into Capricorn and the South Node moves into Cancer. In this case, we all know Capricorn and Cancer, which are the polar opposites, are the mother and the father energy. In this case, I want you to look at it in karmic feminine and karmic masculine energy. What does that mean? America was created in Cancer season, feminine energy, right? So what has the patriarchy been doing? They have been abusing feminine energy. So the karmic masculine energy has been using feminine energy, but it has also been using feminine energy in the background and puts the feminine energy to the forefront to take the blame for what they're doing in the background. And isn't Capricorn represented by the goat? Fire goat. The sin of lust, the demon of lust. Didn't I tell you that America's karma officially starts in 2027? This is not a coincidence. I told you, you have until the end of, July, the beginning of August, to get the fuck out of America? Because that's when America's karma starts. When the North Node moves into Capricorn and the South Node moves into Cancer. I don't make the rules. I just follow the patterns. And I'm able to recognize what's going to happen and predict what's going to happen. Okay? And yes, you can do that by breaking down numbers, which is why the divine speaks in code. And once you learn how to break down the code and the divine system, if you are granted access to see how the divine system works, it's really not that hard. And spiritual ranking also plays a part in that. But moving forward. So what is the Antichrist project? If you read Revelations, then you know there will be a false prophet who can perform miracles, and he's going to put the world under a trance, and that would be so-called, who I can't tell you his real name because he doesn't want you to know his real name, but who you call Lucifer, Satan's son, and Satan's going to be working through him, right? The Antichrist project. Now, the Antichrist project, I'm trying to figure out how to put this in words so you guys can understand it. During the time of the Nephilim, before Noah's Ark, before, mom and dad flooded the earth and, got rid of these niggas, right? There were 4 crystal skulls made. Oh, ooh. Give me a second, because I want you to know how the crystal skulls play into this. So let's go to Google. There was a show about this. Give me a second. There was a show about this, and I want you to go watch this show. Hold on. What's the name of the show with the small town girl who discovered she was a witch? Boom! Here we go. Sorry, y'all. The Secret Circle. I'm gonna write that down because this is very relevant to that. This literally just came to me. Okay, so if you really want to know what the crystal skulls are about, go find a TV show. It only had 1 season, but it was called The Secret Circle. It was about a small town girl whose mom died, but she was like really murdered. And she found out she was a witch. She came from a lineage of witches. Like, the whole town is just a whole lineage of witches, right? But they have the history of the crystal skulls in that show. That's how I know. There were 4 crystal skulls made at the time of the Nephilim, the fallen angels. This was before Noah's Ark, right? And each crystal skull has so much power in it, right? It could be used for good magic or it could be used for dark magic. It just depends on the intention of whoever has it at the time, right? So you get 100 years for every crystal skull. Why am I mentioning this? Because 3 of the crystal skulls have already been used and tossed aside by the government and the world leaders. The last crystal skull, I don't know who moved it, but it was in India. They found the last crystal skull, ladies and gentlemen. The last crystal skull is going to be used for the 7 years of tribulation, for the Antichrist. That's how that ties in together. Okay? So, if you've never seen the show called The Secret Circle, go watch it. The crystal skulls are broken down in that. Witch trials, all that shit. Right? It's all in there. That show was crazy. But like I said, it starts in 2027. So everybody wants to know, like the magic, the illusion has been weird. It's been breaking off. Like, remember I told you in the last reading, um, it was getting weaker and it was getting weaker, and they were trying to figure out ways on how to do what and how to make what jump and how to make what pop. They found the last crystal skull, and that's what they're going to use for the next 7 years. And even though you get 100 uses out of it, it will be taken out of their hands in the next 7 years. I don't know who's going to do it. Somebody's going to do it, because after the 7 years of tribulation are over, it will never be touched again until the earth is deceived again, and that's how that shit happens. So I hope you picking up what the fuck I'm putting down. Now, the certain water portals, as above so below. The water is above and the water is below. So what's happening in the sky is a direct message of what's happening in the ocean. And we know that they have bases and portals and all that shit in the ocean. So whatever they're doing in the ocean, we're seeing it happen in the sky, because we're in the middle of the upper waters and the lower waters. We're literally in the middle between two portals. You see what I'm saying? The sky portal, and the firmament could open and release the waters from above, and the ocean, which is beneath us, which is a whole nother topic, but definitely a whole nother portal, right? So all the shit that we see happening in the sky is a direct reflection of what's happening under the waters. How do I know that? Thor. I do not remember what Thor movie this was when he said that every realm has a reflection. And when he said that, he was looking into like some type of pool of liquid or water, and that pool of liquid or water reflected all 7 realms that were above him. That's how that clicked for me. So before I get into the visual oracle, right, I really hope you guys are paying attention. Remember I told you to do your astrocartography charts to figure out where you're supposed to go. And I told you to look at your Mars line, your Venus line, and your MC line. I'm going to break this down for you in the easiest way possible. Okay? So, I'm going to put it to you this way. You can get your astrocartography chart done. There's nothing wrong with that. But I'm going to give you the most simple method for figuring this out, because I figured this out without doing the astrocartography chart. And technically, I've been having visions on where I'm supposed to go for the past like 6-7 years now, so I already knew. So when I put the pieces together for myself, I said, oh, no wonder I was having visions about this certain location. Okay, so now that we're in July, remember, you got 13 months the most. I'm gonna give it 12 to get the fuck out of America. You got 12 months. Do you understand me? You got 12 months and counting. I told you this in June. So let's get to it. So for you to figure out where to go, right? This goes back to the archangels of the 4 corners in the Bible. All right. So each archangel of the 4 corners represents a direction, an element, and a color, but the color doesn't matter. What matters here is the element and the direction. So Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, you would be under the direct authority of Archangel Uriel. Archangel Uriel is north, and the element is earth. So you're going north. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So you are Greenland or Canada. You're going north. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is where you're going. Okay? Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You are going east. Now, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius people, I'm going to need you to pay very close attention to what I'm about to tell you. You're going east, but you're going back home to Africa. Or you can go to Tanzania, which is like an island off of Africa. Or Madagascar. It's called Madagascar, right? Or Madagascar. You can go to Africa, or you go to the islands of Madagascar. But you're going to avoid Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. Why? Because those are going to be the biggest hubs for international AI data centers. Asia, the Middle East, and Europe are going to be the three biggest continents for the most biggest international AI data centers. So, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you are under the direct authority of Archangel Raphael. Air, East. You're going to go to the islands of Madagascar or Africa. Okay? But you're going to avoid, like I said, the continents of Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. It's a no-no. Okay? Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Hello, fire signs. Hello, my fellow fire signs. We are under the direct authority of Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is south, and he's fire. So, Central America or South America. That's that. I don't know why I just got brain fog. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. You are under the direct authority of Archangel Gabriel. Archangel Gabriel is west, and he is water. So, Russia. Don't let Russia fool you. Let me make this very, very fucking clear. Trump may have some type of backdoor deal going on with Putin, but Putin is eventually going to fuck over Donald Trump. And he's going to fuck over America. The people who are in power in America, not the American citizens, okay? He knows we ain't got nothing to do with it, okay? Do not sleep on Russia. West, Russia. Do not go to any of those islands. Do not go to Japan or the Philippines or any of those islands connected to it. Do not go. Russia, West. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Russia. All right? You don't want to be near any lakes or rivers. Ocean access only. Ocean access only. No rivers, no lakes. No. Ponds, none of that. Ocean access only. You need direct access to the ocean. Okay? So we're talking the North Atlantic Ocean, South Atlantic Ocean, North Pacific Ocean, South Pacific Ocean, and the Arctic Ocean. So I hope you heard me on that. Okay? And this is what's going on. Almost forgot. I'm sorry, you guys. So, I feel like it's time. I just feel like it's time to reveal what I know to you. I'm gonna reveal two things I know, but let's start with this first, okay? The year 2031 breaks down to the number 6. Why is the number 6 important? Because 6 is the number of man. 666. And 2032 breaks down to a 7. 7 is the number of divine perfection for the soul into the higher self, into the heavens, right? Why is that important? Because 2031 is the year of the lovers and the devil. And remember I told you that the seraphim angels go hard after the top people who commit the 7 deadliest sins, correct? The lovers and the devil is the year of the earth pig. The pig represents the sin of gluttony. Greed. What did our brother, who you call Christ, his real name is Yeshua, tell us about casting our pearls before swine? Didn't he cast those demons out into those pigs, and those pigs drown themselves in the ocean? So there's a demonic marine kingdom in the ocean. But nobody paid attention to those portals, right? Right. So, the lovers and the devil, why is that important? I told you, if you break down the numbers, and you break it down in spirituality, and you break it down in astronomy, and you break it down in Eastern Vedic astrology, you can break down the timelines and you could break down scripture with it to know what's going to happen. So, after, they handle the sin of lust, which is next year, 2027, and that will be handled from 2027, 2028, 2029, going into 2030 and 2031, they're going into the sin of gluttony and greed, which is the pig. And the pig represents the elite. I mean, they're going to get it. Please don't get me wrong. They going to knock them off one by one. We all know this, right? But when it comes to finally dealing with them and finally getting rid of them and resetting the earth how it's supposed to be, getting rid of all them niggas together off the earth, after torturing them, because that's what the divine's going to do. They're going to torture the shit out you. All of them will be officially gone by 2031. How do we know that? Because 2031 is the year of Armageddon. I can't tell you the month or the day because I don't even know that. But what I do know, what has been confirmed, is 2031 is the year of Armageddon. 2030, everybody talks about Christ consciousness, right? Christ consciousness being Yeshua. And and religious people, when they talk to you about Christ's return, a lot of spiritual people would argue that Christ's return means Christ consciousness. But even though it means this, it does mean in literal text that, yes, he's coming back. He's coming back. What year is he coming back? He's coming back in 2030. How do I know this? Well, let me read it to you. So, February 3rd, 2029 to February 2nd, 2030 is the year of the earth rooster. So what I did was I Googled, what does a rooster mean spiritually? And the rooster's crowing at dawn represents the victory of light over darkness and good over evil. It also symbolizes the Christian's readiness for the return of Christ. The rooster is also a symbol of resurrection. And also, from September 23rd, 2029, March 20th to March 20th, 2031, the North Node is going to be in Sagittarius and the South Node is going to be in Gemini. And we know the 9th house is the house of spirituality, philosophy, higher learning. We are literally, Sagittarius, 9th house, we are literally the living house of the divine. The second coming of Christ is coming in 2030. Right before the year of Armageddon, which is in 2031. And then the earth is going to reset itself how it's supposed to be for 1,000 years in 2032, which is the year of 7. Yeah. So if you haven't been marked in the spirit by any of the 7 deadly sins, you have nothing to worry about. You have been marked as the 144,000. But also remember, not everybody is marked with the 144,000. So it took me damn near 30 minutes to get through that. But I truly hoped you picked up what I'm putting down. And it's funny, the year of the Earth Rooster, 2030, breaks down to a 5, is the year of the Hierophant and Temperance. That is the Most High Father God Yahweh. And Temperance is Archangel Michael. So, the Son of God will be delivered back to the face of the earth for revenge. It's going to be some shit, y'all. And somewhere in between there is the activation of the 144,000. Now, that part I'm trying to figure out. So I want y'all to give me some time to figure out the math on that. All right. But somewhere in between there, it's the 144,000 get activated while on Earth. We've already been activated in the ethers. We're just going to be activated on the Earth. And with me saying that, the second thing I need to talk to my brothers and sisters about, it's funny how whenever I decide to record a reading, these bitches want to pop up. I had no problems, but the minute they're like, oh, hey, how you doing, bitch? You're gonna be dead by the time I get done with you. Well, I'll get there. The 144,000 of my divine brothers and sisters, I hope you listen to me when I say this. I really, really hope you are listening to me when I say this. We are what's going to set the earth correct, right? So why don't you know that you're a warrior spirit? Why haven't you activated that energy within yourself in the spiritual already? You know how, okay, a lot of us, pray for protection. We are in those spiritual relationships with the divine, with our ancestors, with our angels and things of that nature, right? So this is what I don't understand. How do you pray for protection, but you don't pray to go on the front lines with the divine to help with the protection? If you're a warrior spirit, you're automatically going to invoke that energy. So by the time the divine energy shift happens, the divine storm happens for the 144,000 to get activated to whoop ass on this earth, above or below, pick your poison, you will already have it. And this is the reason why even though I am born into this every lifetime, this is the reason why I haven't been on YouTube or any other platform talking about this, is because my gifts are deeper than karmic masculine, karmic feminine. Oh, this person's gossiping, this person's watching you. I know the bigger picture. I don't give a fuck about that. This is about angels versus demons. This is about heaven versus hell. This is about who owns it and who wants to motherfucking take it, even though they didn't create it. You understand? I don't give a fuck about that gossiping, gang stalking shit. These motherfuckers is getting left behind in the rapture. And that was done by divine design on purpose. Clock that. Okay? So once you realize that the petty shit that most readers are putting out there, and I'm not, getting on you if that's your gift, if that's what the divine asked you to do. What I'm asking you is, how come you have not invoked your warrior energy when this is what we are here for? And I'm telling you this as a walking testimony to it. Oh, I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm gonna kill this bitch. I'm sorry. This is getting on my nerves, because it wasn't until I decided to put this camera on that these monitoring spirits want to do this dumbass shit. And I don't like that. But it's alright. When the time comes, I got something for that ass too. But I need the 144,000 of my divine brothers and sisters to invoke their warrior energy in the ethers. Don't just pray for protection. Ask for your warrior energy to be activated and invoke it to help protect the divine while they are protecting you in the ethers. I guarantee you, if every single one of you invoke this shit, these bitches is gonna go running. I'm speaking to you from experience. Why do you think these niggas don't fuck with me or can't fuck with me like that? Spiritual assassin. Hashtag that. I will come for you. And it's funny, because when it happened, when I figured it out, because like I said, I'm going to walk testimony to this. But this is the reason why I can come to you and ask you. Because y'all need to, it's time. It's time for y'all to invoke this. It's time. Because we all got to come together as a collective and set the earth straight. So you need to go in prayer and invoke your warrior energy. You need to ask for it to be activated. Of course, the divine's going to protect you. They love you. We are their children. We know that. But at the same time, ask yourself. Go into prayer. What would happen if I invoke my warrior energy that I was naturally given in my Akashic record before I reincarnated here, because this is what I'm here for, and not only ask the divine for protection, but ask the divine to help with the protection and be on the front lines to kill and whoop some ass? Because it's fine. These niggas think it's funny, right? They think it's funny when you're just praying for protection, and they still want to play up in your energy, and astral walk you and shit. How people call walking into your dreams. I told you I hate that word, but people want to astral walk you and shit. Oh, they think it's funny, then they want to play games, honey. I guarantee you, if you invoke your warrior energy and ask to be on the front lines and help the divine protect you and get rid of some shit, these bitches is gonna run like the fucking roaches that they are. Please ask me how I know. Okay? So now that we got that out the way, let's hit, I'm gonna leave this here. Let's hit the visual oracle, right? Let's break this down. So like I said, this reading is gonna be called Behind the Scenes. You already know how I get down with this. Behind the Scenes. The Antichrist Project and 7 Years of Tribulation. It started in 2025, the year of the Hermit and the Moon. Clock that. The United States of fucking America. Hello, Babylon. I told you, it was taken, a piece of every empire was taken to shape America, but it was mostly modeled after Babylonia to invoke all the powers. Crystal skulls, remember, crystal skulls, right? Cuba came out. Why is Cuba important? What they're doing to Cuba is an experiment of how they want to do America. I'm sorry to tell you, be the one to tell you this. What they're doing to Cuba is they're running an experiment on what it would look like if they did it to America. Sorry. Rome. Why is Rome, Italy important? Out of the 13 bloodlines of the Illuminati, you only need to be concerned about 4. The 4 most powerful bloodlines live in Italy. The 4 most powerful bloodlines that live in Italy control what happens around the world, mostly in the United States. Everybody thinks it's England. England is under Italy's control. The 4 main bloodlines of the Illuminati that live in Italy run this shit. And that's what you don't know. And yes, the secrets are in the Vatican archives. They're in the Vatican. I just heard reptilian. Italy, what the fuck y'all got going on? I don't know what the fuck you got going on, but I know what's going to happen to you. I had a vision about it, sweetheart. And if I were you, I wouldn't want to be nowhere near the coast of Italy in the next 2 to 3 years. I would not want to live on the coast of Italy in the next 2 to 3 years. And I'm going to break that down for you as well. Give me a minute. So next, we have Russia. Russia's the safe spot. I told you. What did I tell you? Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Archangel Raphael. West. Water. This is the safe spot. Donald Trump or whoever's going to come after Donald Trump think that they got Putin in their back pocket? No. Putin's going to surprise you. I promise you he's going to surprise you. And Putin always has something up his sleeve. He always got something up in the back pocket. He always got a gem up in the back pocket. And he is going to use that to fuck America over. And you know something that just came to me? We had one of the most powerful hackers in America that now has amnesty living in Russia. There's a correlation there between that. The only reason why Putin is being nice is because he's either about to get something or do something. But America, the American government, please don't think you have Putin as an ally. But when it's all said and done, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Russia. So now we have Lumeria. As a Lumerian starseed, I'm not surprised to see this. Remember I told you the realms are on the outside of the Arctic ring. Oh, I gotta talk to y'all about the Leviathan. Give me a minute. I gotta talk to y'all about the Leviathan. If you are a Lumerian starseed, pay attention to the orbs you see in the night sky. They're gonna let you know that they're here. They let me know that they were here a week ago in the eastern sky. Okay? And now we have Ogun. The Orisha Ogun. African warrior god, excuse me, of iron, labor, politics, sacrifice, and technology. Technology is what stood out to me when Ogun hit my table. Politics, sacrifice, and technology. What they think they're going to do to the people is going to be turned around to them. Especially where it concerns these AI data centers. Everybody thinks that they're sucking up, the AI data centers are sucking up the water. No, they're not. They're putting them in reservoirs for the underground cities. And whatever that they decide to spare afterwards is what they're going to sell back to you. I hope you got that. The AI data centers are not what you think they are. They're not using that many gallons of water to cool them shits down. They're not. They are removing the water for reservoirs in their underground cities. And what they decide to spare for the American people after they fuck over the country and make this shit look like Resident Evil out this bitch is what they're going to sell back to you to further fuck you over after the famine strikes. And the food shortage is next. I said what I said. The Forbidden Book of Knowledge. There is shit out here that motherfuckers is not supposed to be playing with, not supposed to be touching. Crystal skulls, i.e. The cradle of, something significant about the cradle of life, the circle of life. What was the name of that box in that movie? Pandora's box. These bitches want to find and open Pandora's box. Oh shit. We in danger, Molly. We in danger. We in danger. We in danger. They want to find the cradle of life. Wherever the cradle of life is located is where this is located. So they're in Africa looking for this. Oh shit. That just came to me. Cause when this card hit my table, I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I'm not what the fuck as in like I don't know what it means, but okay, we have the book of knowledge, but it's the forbidden book of knowledge. So we know that somebody's playing with something they're not either supposed to be playing with, or they're looking for something that they want to use. What was it? The Tomb Raider, Cradle of Life? Pandora's box? They're in Africa looking for Pandora's box. They want to open that bitch. Play with that shit if you want to. Play with that dumbass shit if you want to. You're gonna curse yourself, not the world. Anyways, moving forward. Divine union. Twin flames. High-level divine soulmates. They will be coming together this summer, this year. The twins, the card that came out after this, but I had to put it back in the deck because if I show it, they'll strike, my video, was sexual union. Divine union, sexual union. Twin flames, high level divine soulmates. During sexual union, when the two souls become one, creates a physical and spiritual spark that shifts the energy. As above, so below, as within, so without. It creates an electrical spark of energy that can't be undone. And when that happens is when the earth starts to shift. And this is what they're trying to prevent from happening with high-level divine soulmates and twin flames, divine masculine. Yes, Nipsey is my divine masculine in this card because Nipsey is part of my bloodline and he is a divine masculine. He just had the wrong people around him. Karmic feminine, anyone? Lauren London, stay out of the ethers trying to explain shit to me when you know he don't fuck with you anymore. Because we know you sacrificed him. And if you don't know, now you know. That bitch sacrificed him. High-level divine soulmates and twin flames, they are ascending. And there are blessings that are coming with this. Alright? So just know that the twin flames and the high-level divine soulmates, the unions will be completed by the end of the year. All of them. So now we have the unknown, the hidden. And behind that, you have divine timing. And behind that, you have the 5D dream space. I call it the 5D Visionland dream space, but I wrote 5D dream space. Everything that's coming within the next 7 years, which I already know is coming in the next 7 years. I had those visions about 15 years in advance. Are going to be revealed to you in the ethers while you're sleeping, resting, whenever you can, because I've noticed that there's been a huge shift in the rest sleep schedule with the whole divine collective, just the whole world period. You understand what I'm saying? So what's hidden, what's unknown, what's only supposed to be meant for you to know will be revealed to you in the ethers in divine timing. So pay attention to your visions. Whoever likes to use the word dreams, pay attention to your dreams, but make sure you document them and you write them down. Okay? And then we have Aganju, the Orisha Aganju, African god of volcanoes and deserts. There's about to be some shit blown up on the face of the earth. This is one way that Mother Nature is going to fight back. Deserts, this is why I told you to avoid the Middle East. The Middle East is going under the sand and it's going to disappear. Inch by inch under the sand, it's going to disappear. I don't know what else to tell you. And as far as volcanoes go, you remember what happened to Pompeii? Think about that happening all over the world with all of the volcanoes. It's going to be Pompeii, but all over the world. There you go. Now we have the karmic masculine and the karmic feminine. I know I'm going to get some heat for this. I don't care. Karmic masculine and karmic feminine represent the high-level witches and warlocks. Not just on lower levels, but high levels. Okay? I know my intention behind why I do what I do. Okay? High-level witches and high-level warlocks in high places and places below. And I told you, these have everything to do with the high-level divine soulmates and the high-level twin flames coming together and creating that electrical spark when the two souls become one, as they were always supposed to be, but same soul just split into two different bodies. If you know, you know. I told you the ocean is the reflection of heaven. What's happening in the sky is a direct message of what's going on in the ocean. The sky is giving you the reflection of what's happening in the ocean. Sky portal, water portal. But there is water in the sky portal. It just doesn't open up until it's time to rain. But the water's above, the water's below. As above, so below. As within, so without. So what you see in the sky is a direct reflection of what's happening below. The alien bases as well as the extraterrestrial bases, they're in the ocean as well. All right? And what's this? The Divine Council, the Divine Courts, Divine Protection, Black Jaguar, Divine Protection, Hidden Blessing. Oh, I remember what this is. Personal power, strength. This is what this means. Okay, remember I told you the 144,000 are going to get activated? That spark. When all the divine couples are officially together and that soul spark comes together, the two souls becoming one and becoming complete and whole, there is going to be some kind of, I don't know how to explain this. Some type of irregular storm that brings forth some type of divine energy shift. And when that happens, personal power, strength, the 144,000 are going to be activated. And this is the blessing that's in disguise. Stepping into your personal power, your activation. Our divine gifts are going to be activated from the spiritual to the physical, which is why I brought up the conversation of asking for your warrior gifts to be invoked. For you to invoke your warrior energy, your gifts. Because that's what's going to help move this quicker when it gets here. Once you invoke your warrior energy and you don't just let the divine protect you, you help the divine protect you and others. By the time this divine storm gets here, this irregular divine storm reaches us on earth to activate us into who we are, from the ethers to the physical, is going to make it that much easier. Because you're already going to know what to do. But if you don't, then your training is going to begin when those divine gifts show up. But if you have already invoked your warrior energy, you're already going to know what to do and how to handle it. And this is going to happen during winter. It's going to happen during winter. During a new moon, that's a super moon. This is the new moon card. This is the super moon card. So whatever new moon is coming during winter, it's a super moon. And that's when these divine gifts are going to activate within the 144,000. Okay? So remember, what's going on in the sky is a direct message, a direct reflection of what's happening in the ocean, because there are waters above us, just as there are waters below us. So space is above us and it is below us. There you go. Now, I pulled 2 decks. I asked the question specifically. I said, what is the message for the chosen ones, the star seeds moving forward? What is the message for the star seeds moving forward? And I got the message and the moon. This basically just covers what I just said about the divine gifts being activated. But it is going to be activated in private. No one's going to know our divine gifts are going to be activated. We will know. But the rest of the world will not know until it's time. This is a divine message about our gifts being activated. Using our personal power for good. When I read the message in the book. Quick as that. Now, from the Starseed Oracle, a new earth is happening. Keep holding the vision. The timelines are shifting. It's coming. And then we have the Great Severing. Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. Everything that's obviously not meant for any of us is being casted, thrown, and cut from us, right? Right. But it's being done with tough love, essentially. It's being done with tough love. Lessons and cycles closing. So, New Earth, we're activating it. We're actively bringing it from the ethers to the physical. And everything that's not being aligned with us is being severed. It's being done with tough love and cycles being closed. Okay? So, I like to keep my shit simple. So, I pulled the After Tarot and the Kipper. And then I pulled the Behind the Scenes Oracle. And then I pulled a deck I have called... What is the name? Hold on. What is the name of the other deck that I created? I have 5 Oracle decks that I created by hand. So, obviously, y'all know the Behind the Scenes Oracle because I use this one a lot. And the other one is, the Deep Knowing Oracle. I'm going to use that one first before I use the Behind the Scenes, okay? So, like I said, now, under both decks, because you know I like to pull the backstory, right? Right. So, under the deck, you have Judgment, which is the Divine Council. The Divine Council came out in the visual. So, Judgment is the Divine Council. I already told you that's the Divine Council. I've been telling y'all that. And then under the deck, we have Privileged Lady, which is my Divine Feminine card. Oh, shit. And then behind the Privileged Lady card, which is my Divine Feminine card, you have Adjudication. That's also the Divine Council, the Divine Courts. I can't make this shit up. And then behind that, you have Courtship. Oh, my goodness. And then behind that, jeez, you have Marriage. Wow. What did I tell you about the twin flames coming together? It's twin flames are the same soul, split in half in 2 separate bodies. So when we come together through sexual union, through our physical vessels, our souls connect back into that one soul. So marriage, courtship, marriage. All the twin flames will be, because not everybody's a twin flame, we know that. But all the twin flames and high level divine soulmates, yeah, we will, because we have a divine mission to fulfill. Those contracts will be fulfilled by the end of this year. But the divine gotta get rid of some shit first before we take this journey. And this is exactly what they're doing right now. They got to get rid of some shit before we take this journey into new lands, new homes, new commitments, new countries, new places. But with the expectation card, understand it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And what's at the back of the deck with Judgment? Hold on. Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy. Privileged, Divine Feminine. Now, we all have Divine Feminine energy. Doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman. You're supposed to be aligned with both your Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine energy. That's the whole thing. I don't understand how people resonate with one but not the other, but you're both masculine and feminine at the same time. Whatever. So, moving forward. Behind the scenes reading. What do they need to know? Show me. What do they need to know? I pulled the After Tarot because this is after CERN closes their portal machine. You understand? So, Two of Swords. You don't see any of this coming. Nobody sees any of this coming. Two of Swords. Nobody sees any of this coming. Nobody. What do they need to know? The Three of Cups wanted to pop, but it went back in the deck. Two of Wands. 22. 22 could be significant. Two of Wands, Two of Swords. You don't see it coming yet. You don't see it coming yet. But when it does get here, you're going to have to make a decision. You don't see it coming yet. The divine's not letting you know what's coming yet. But when it gets here, you're going to have to make a decision. You don't see it coming yet, but when it gets here, you'll have to make a decision. Yeah, the Chariot, the Galactic Federation. But in this case, the Chariot is the Galactic Federation, by the way, y'all. But in this case, no, you don't see it yet. But Two of Wands, when it arrives, you'll have to make a decision about where you want to go. I just gave it to y'all just based off y'all sun signs. You don't see it yet, but when it gets here, you'll have to make a decision. Two of Wands to the Chariot about where you want to travel to, where you want to go. I hate it when the cards bend. I hate it when the cards bend. That chaps my ass. I do not like that. So, what do they need to know? What do they need to know? Eight of Wands. But when you make the decision, you're going to have to make the decision fast. This decision is going to have to be made fast. I told you, we have a year left. June was 13 months. We are in July, so that makes 12. You don't see it coming yet, but when it comes, y'all are going to have to sit down and discuss with each other where you want to go. And you're going to have to put it in place and make it happen. There's no time to waste. We have twin flames, high-level divine soulmates who are going to be with twin flames or other high-level divine soulmates. We have to be out of America by the end of July 2027, going into August of 2027. We have to be out of here. No exceptions. No exceptions. And if you get left behind, you better be... And if you get left behind, you better be ready to spill blood in this bitch. You better be ready to take a life. It is what it is. Okay? Six of Swords. Moving on to calmer waters. Moving on to calmer waters. On this Six of Swords, it's arriving. Because if you don't... Oh my God. Didn't I say if you don't, you're going to have to spill some blood out this bitch? Five of Cups. What's that on the ground in them cups? Blood. Regret. Sorrow. If you are not out of America at the end of July going into August 2027, this is going to be you. Sorry, not sorry. You're going to have to spill blood to get the fuck out this country. The cards are just confirming what the fuck I'm talking. I told you, I already know what I'm talking about. The divine is just going to use these as a tool to confirm what I'm telling you. I already know what I'm talking about. I told you I'm born into this every lifetime. The Tower. Didn't I tell you in the last reading that America is going to be the new hell of fire and brimstone? That's what that tower represents. The great empire has fallen. What did I tell you about that North Node going into Capricorn? When America's karma finally hits. He will have fully taken over and started running this country. Donald Trump is going to pass away unexpectedly. I don't know how, because he's an eclipse baby. He was born on an eclipse. So I don't know exactly how the fuck, the elites are going to, his own kind, the elites are going to take him out of here. People think Donald Trump is bad. No, honey. What's behind the scenes is worse. You think that nigga bad? No. What's behind that nigga is what you don't see, is what's coming. That's the worst. And that's that Capricorn energy I was telling you about, when the North Node goes into Capricorn and the South Node goes into Cancer. I told you, divine feminine energy was used to invoke and create America. They use feminine energy to create it, even though the masculine energy, the karmic masculine energy, the devil, Capricorn energy, knew it was going to abuse it. So in return, the divine's going to abuse your ass. I'll make the rules, baby. Ace of Pentacles. Oh, it took me a minute. What did I say about the pig representing the sin of gluttony and greed? All for money, right? All for money, power, fame, and status. All for money, power, fame, and status. I told you it's crazy. You can't take that shit with you when you die. But they keep reincarnating to come back for their wealth within the same bloodlines. If you know, you know. But that shit's over. Three of Pentacles. They keep reincarnating back with the same contracts and the same bloodlines to come back for that wealth. This represents contracts, collaborations. All within the same bloodlines to keep reincarnating to come back for the shit that they keep stealing. I don't have to make it up. I don't have to make it up. Strength. Strength. This represents free will. Hold on. Hi, Mom and Dad. Clarify strength. You clarify strength for me, Mom and Dad? Nine of Cups. Okay. Nine of Cups and the Queen. Nine of Cups and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Yeah. Free will. Their free will. They use their free will selfishly. And they emotionally manipulated the world to do it. Queen of Cups. They emotionally manipulated the world to bend to their free will strength. That's how they did it. Sorry. I didn't even know that I was saying that. Sorry. Yeah, I'm in my house clothes. I don't give a shit. Yeah, they emotionally manipulated the world for their own selfish greed and gain. And they manipulate, and technically, if we're really speaking about it, they manipulated the world's free will to get it. Five of Swords, yeah, to win by any means necessary. To what? The pinky and the brain. To take over the world. To take over the world. To conquer the world. To win at any cost. Wow. Page of Cups. And to keep us dumb to the shit that they do in the background. To keep us dumb and numb. This is how they want everybody walking around. Numb and fucking dumb. It's the truth. They want you to live in the illusion, the fantasy. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, while they fucking hoard everything. This Four of Pentacles in here is being stingy. Even though the Death Angel, you see how the Death Angel came for that motherfucker, he's not willing to let it go? Even in death, they don't want to let it go. Even in death, they refuse to go down without a fight. They refuse to give it up. They refuse to let the bullshit go. They refuse. What is this? Four of Swords. But you about to be 44 could also be significant. You about to get laid to rest. This country, these people, these souls that are not of the divine, They are from hell. In the reptilian race. Wherever the hell the reptilian race is from, whatever realm y'all from, I don't give a fuck either. Y'all niggas about to get laid to rest. It's amazing how, it's gonna be amazing to me when motherfuckers see it with their own eyes. Do you know the amount of people that are gonna unalive themselves when they see that the lies were the truth and the truth was the lies, and they see it with their own eyes? I want to ask you a question. What the fuck are you gonna do when you walk out your door and you see a giant Nephilim walking down the street? What are you gonna do when you walk outside your door and you actually see a reptilian cross your path? What you gonna do when you walk outside and look up, because your instincts tell you to look up, and you actually see an alien mothership, not of the extraterrestrial race, by the way, not of the extraterrestrial. We are the extraterrestrials. They the aliens. What are you gonna do when you see that? What you gonna do when you getting chased down the street by a demon? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do when you really see it with your own eyes? What are you gonna do? Page of Wands. Page of Wands. They're gonna throw a temper tantrum? This is what I don't understand. Mom and dad sit on the highest thrones in heaven. They are the most divine, created, they are our divine creators, our supreme beings. They sit on the highest thrones in the heavens. They see everything. How the fuck are you going to do everything in the dark knowing damn well you did it to spite the heavens? And when you get your ass tapped, you got the nerve, Page of Wands, to throw a temper tantrum about it? How dare you not let me be evil? How dare you not let me kill people? Because you're a piece of shit. How dare the divine not let you be a piece of shit? Is what you're asking? Yo, you dead ass? You dead ass, my boy? Fuck out of here. I would tell you suck a whole dick, but you probably do the shit for free. So I'm gonna leave the shit alone. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, the 1% that owns the wealth, they're gonna throw a temper tantrum. How dare you not let me be evil? How dare you not let me be a piece of shit? How dare you not let me steal children and rob the world? How dare you? I don't understand how you suck dick for free and for money, and you still got herpes and HIV from it. But whatever, nigga, whatever. The Hierophant, the Most High Father God Yahweh. Yeah, he not letting this happen. He about to say, he's literally stepping in, and he's like, bitch, me and my wife created this. Who told you was bigger than the program, ho? Who told you was bigger than the program, ho? And I have to agree, because who told you, bitch, you was bigger than the program? I need to know. You sit in my seat, motherfucker? You run all these realms? You created all these beings? Who the fuck are you to think you bigger than the program, that you bigger than me when I created you? Make it make sense, dumbass. I cut my skin, I cut your skin, bitch, you gonna bleed like I bleed, whether your soul is of the divine of hell or not. I cut my skin, I cut your skin, bitch, we both bleeding red. What the fuck are you trying to tell me? Stupid bitch. The Magician. All that dark fucking magic they've been using from them crystal skulls for the last 4.5 centuries. Oh, 3.5, because they just found the last one. So, they're not going to be able to fully use the last one. No. But for the last 3.5 centuries, this is what they've been using them crystal skulls for, to keep the whole world under the illusion. And it's funny because the magician falls up under the world. If the magician falls up under the world, the devil and the Two of Swords kept the whole world gone. Kept the whole world gone, bro. Thank you. What did I tell you about the karmic masculine energy abusing the feminine energy and blaming the feminine energy while they got away with it in the background? But y'all out here aliving and doing, heavens knows what to women and children. But the woman is to blame for that, though, right? No, it sounds like you need your dick cut off, bitch. I'm not censoring shit for YouTube or any of these other platforms because you want to hide what you're doing in the background by trying to censor other people and make me feel like I can't say what I need to say. No, you can suck my dick, bitch. That's what you can do. And I guarantee it's bigger than yours. I'm not arguing with a motherfucker who need a mirror to find their dick, bitch. I said what the fuck I said. The fool. Yeah, because y'all wanted to be dumbasses. This is literally being a jackass. A dumbass. Just let me fall off the cliff real quick. Let me take this stupid ass leap of faith and kill divine beings. Kill divine children. Hurt the world. Because I'm a piece of shit. But I want to feel like I'm somebody. You'll feel like somebody when you getting the fucking ass raped in hell by about 20 fucking demons on your ass. I said it. I don't give a fuck. King of Wands. Here's your warlock right here. Here's your warlock right here. Here is the vessel that's controlled by, what's that nigga name? Asmodeus. Thank you. Here are the motherfuckers that are controlled by Asmodeus. The sexual deviants, the ladies, even the low tier ones that you meet in the street who just think about having sex all the time. Their vessel is controlled by Asmodeus. That's their bloodline curse for their generation. Warlock. Warlock. Oh, thank you. This Ten of Swords is a duality message. Not only have these motherfuckers hurt a lot of people, but because they have hurt a lot of people, 10 swords is the maximum. Now all that shit is about to come back to you and you about to get taken up out of here. The buck stopped at whatever divine feminine you ran into when you hurt. Whatever divine feminine you ran into when you hurt, the buck stopped there. And y'all motherfuckers who can't keep y'all dick in y'all pants, I'm not talking about the empty holes. I'm not talking about the empty holes. I'm talking about the burning fire sticks. Y'all about to get taken out of here. I'm not talking about the $5 Hot Pocket. I'm not talking about that, okay? Not talking about that. Damn. 10 of Swords to the 10 of Wands. 10-10. So 22, 44, 10-10. This is over. 10-10. This shit is over. This shit is over. That's what y'all get. Now y'all dicks don't work. The pussy don't work. You can't get it up. It's a dried up river. 8 of Swords. It's a wrap. Oh, fucking well. Oh, fucking well. And then under the deck, you have the 6 of Pentacles. The spell work they're paying for, 4 Cups, is not working. Yeah. 6 of Pentacles. I'm going to put that in the middle. To the 4 Cups. The spell work that they paid for to balance everything out in their favor, yeah, is being rejected. The Page of Pentacles is the spell work. From who? Oh, well, here comes the karmic feminine. Here comes the succubus. Here's the Jezebel. Here's the black hole. Here's your $5 hot pocket. Yeah. It's being rejected. That's why they were on the hunt to find that crystal skull. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, right now, niggas is trying to figure out what to do. It doesn't matter if it's on a high level or a low level. They're trying to figure out what to do. Five of Wands. Yeah, they're fighting amongst themselves. Knight of Wands because niggas got diseases. HIV, AIDS, STDs. It's going to cause their death. How the fuck you got HIV and still want to have sex? How you got gonorrhea, didn't treat it, and still want to fuck? I heard syphilis. Ugh. You nasty bitch. Page of Swords to the Hermit. Yeah, they're trying to find spiritual healing for this shit. Three of Swords, heartbroken. It's not working. Yeah, Queen of Swords to the Moon. They're trying to consult practitioners in private about this shit. They don't want nobody to know. Eight of Pentacles to the Nine of Wands. Yeah. Y'all were paid to fuck people's lives up. Look at this. I want you to see this shit. Eight of Pentacles, Knight of Wands, Ten of Cups. These motherfuckers were paid to go out there and fuck up people's families, fuck up relationships, fuck up people's lives, fuck up people's children even. All to siphon energy to manifest money. And now, this is beautiful. Jeez, this is, the Seraphim Angels. Didn't I just say next year is the year of the fire goat, the sin of lust? The Ten of Pentacles. The Death card to Temperance. I told you Temperance is Archangel Michael and the Archangels. Justice is coming for what you did to fuck people over. To hurt people. To siphon their energy to steal. Archangel Michael and the Archangels and the Seraphim Angels, the Justice Council. I told you they coming to take y'all niggas out. It's not a game, bro. They coming to take y'all niggas out. Seven of Wands, yeah, they coming to bust ass. All these sex orgies. Three of Cups, all these sex orgies, all these drugs, all this liquor. Yeah, all these illusions. To get these contracts with these demons, yeah. King of fucking Cups, Ace of Wands. What the fuck did I just say? Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. The Ace of Wands represents the male body parts. The Ace of Cups represents the female body parts. This is all sex magic. Invoking demons into your body while you're having sex. Incantations being spoken in other languages while you're having sex. They didn't think that it was going to catch up with them. Three of Wands to the Seven of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the King of Swords. But it is. Hold on. But it is. They didn't think that this shit was going to catch up with them. Three of Wands. Baby, your enemies got enemies. That's what this Knight of Swords to this King of Swords represents. Your enemies have enemies. Even the higher up ones. Not just the ones down here in the jungle with us, but those motherfuckers over there too. Your enemies got enemies. They wasn't paying attention to what was behind them. It doesn't matter if they have high-ranking demons or low-ranking demons. Your enemies got enemies. They should have fucking paid attention. Yeah, the Star, the Knight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. They thought that they could just keep harvesting and stealing and hurting people and killing people. No, nigga. No. The souls on the other side want justice. Yes, nigga. The Sun, the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords to the Lovers. Oh my God, and the Hangman. Oh, we're going to get into that. Honey, I can read the deck down. Don't play with me. The Sun to the Eight of Cups, the Nine of Swords to the Lovers. It doesn't matter if it was a lover, family, friend, business relationship. All the people that have been unalived and moved over to the other side from these people in these contracts with these demons who are now possessed, they want their justice. They want their justice. And that because they were sacrificed. They were unalived. It wasn't their time. By who? By these karmics. The Two of Cups is my karmic card. I don't like the Two of Cups. Two of Cups to the Ace of Swords. It wasn't their time. By these karmics. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. It wasn't their time. You murdered these people before their time. It wasn't their time. Oh my God. Five of Pentacles, the Emperor to the Six of Wands. All the people that were unalived wrongly that you have been even siphoning from in death. Yeah, because you can siphon off souls in death. Even the souls you have been siphoning off in death, they're coming for your ass. All six of them wands is gonna beat the shit out of you. And the Emperor represents the God Council, the Divine Masculine Council. They're coming for your ass. Six of Cups to the Seven of Pentacles. These investments to kill, harm, steal, and destroy have been going on for damn near 7 centuries. My right ear popped. Damn near 7 centuries. 700 years? 700 years? I'm gonna let that sit with you. It's that centuries. 100 years for every crystal skull. Those crystal skulls recently just came into play, what, 300 years ago? But they've been doing dark magic even before then. If they weren't, sirens and mermaids in the demonic kingdom underwater wouldn't exist. All of them are not demonic, but some of them are. And the ones who got cursed to the water, that's where the demonic kingdoms are. House. Foundation, stability, resources. Why is this here? Stability, foundation, resources. Why is house here? Why is this here? Despair. Because somebody's gonna go, they're gonna lose it. They're gonna lose the stocks, the bonds, the cars, the bank accounts, the houses, yachts, jets, gold, silver, dime, nigga, name it. Name it. They're gonna lose it all. It was never yours. It was never yours. Message of concern, yeah. They know they're gonna lose it all. Some of these motherfuckers is on their deathbeds. They know. Bad health. They know. They about to croak any fucking second. And that's how the fucking cookie's gonna crumble. That's how the dominoes is gonna tumble, baby. They just gonna croak one after the other. Boom, one gone. Boom, one gone. Boom, one gone. Another one gone. Another one gone. That's just what it is. Yeah. Toil and labor. Because all you did was fuck people over. Every lifetime that you reincarnated into a new body, every time your soul reincarnated into a new body, that's all the fuck you did. Is fuck people over, fuck people over, fuck people over, fuck people over. Same shit every lifetime that you reincarnated here. No, nigga. You got to go. I'm not going to take that. It didn't pop. Oh, thank you. False person. Yeah. You're not nobody. Who the fuck you thought you was? You're false. Occupation. Usually this represents that represents the north node for me. being in your north node, but in this case, it could also represent being in your south node, depending on what cards come out around it. False person, and then occupation comes out after that. This occupation card is making me feel like the shit that was done behind closed doors. The deals that were made behind closed doors. That's the energy it's giving me. The deals and the shit that was made behind closed doors, that's going to lead niggas where? To jail. This is physical jail or spiritual jail? Your choice. A lot of y'all going motherfucking physical jail and spiritual jail at the same time. Thoughts in reverse. Somebody doesn't want to think about the consequences. They want shit to go back. Oh, high honor. These motherfuckers, remember, these are demons walking in human suits, okay? Or reptilians walking in human suits. And or greys walking in human suits. However you choose to preference it, right? Depending on what realm they come from. But these people, excuse me, these creatures, they don't want to think about repercussions. They don't give a fuck about repercussions. They just want to go back to their normal position. They want to go back to stealing. They're okay with stealing. They're okay with killing. They're okay with raping. They're okay with molesting. They're okay with all the shit. Energy harvesting. They're cool with it. They don't care. They just want that number one spot no matter what it takes to get it. I said it. You heard it here first. Message. Communication of some sort. What kind of communication is the question. Thief. No honor amongst thieves. So, all these groups, all these low vibrational bloodlines are having conversations with one another about what path to take. Nobody really cares, but okay. Courthouse. Yeah, they're being judged for their actions. Mom and Dad created everything. They created everything, even your ass. What the fuck makes you think you're exempt from judgment just because you're a reptilian? I don't fucking think so. Courthouse. Yeah, your pathway is out of here, niggas. Your pathway is out of here, nigga. Yeah. Lovers. False soulmates. Coming in like, oh, I love you and I'm your friend, but I'm your mother, I'm your dad, I'm your sister, I'm your brother. Nah, fuck that. Change. Yeah, they don't want shit to change. They still want to be fake as fuck. And if you look in the Lover's card on the Kippers, they're made of stone. These niggas ain't real. They don't want shit to change. They want shit to stay the same. They want to keep lying, killing, and stealing for it. Even fucking for it. I said it. Oh, well. Let's use the Deep Knowing Oracle. I haven't used this deck in a while. Now, you already told you guys already know I shuffle all my decks before I even get on camera, and I pray over all the readings. I pray over my energy. I pray 12:34 on my clock. I pray over your energy while you're watching this, so you are okay. Oh, illegal surveillance and audio. Big Brother been tapping our phone for what, over 100 years now? Why should we be surprised at that? These niggas been tapping our phones and our fucking electronics for damn near 100 years now. Who gives a fuck? Never give a snake the chance to bite you twice. Never give a snake the chance to bite you twice. They'll bite you first. And the second time around, they'll kill you. Narcissistic tendencies, anybody? Nobody can block what's meant for you. And that's a fact. Contract swapping and destiny swapping are two different things. You can contract swap with somebody, but you can't destiny swap with somebody. Destiny swapping would mean you would have to take my soul out of my vessel, put it in your vessel, and take the soul that's out of your vessel and put it in mine, and you don't have the power to do that because you don't know how to create a body nor how to put a soul in the body. So what the fuck do you mean you're gonna destiny swap? That doesn't make sense, dumbass. Stupid bitch. You know what's funny? I had a small altercation with somebody on YouTube about that. Because I straight up told them, y'all know how I get down already. If you are not the divine mother and father, if you are not anybody on my divine team, if you are not the Holy Spirit, if you are not one of my Orishan family or my Egyptian family, if you are not the archangels, if you are not part of the God Council, Goddess Council, Divine Council, Justice Council, you are not part of the extraterrestrial family, the celestial body, I don't want to hear shit you got to say. If you're trying to argue with me, that is. If you're trying to argue with me, I'm not about to argue with you. I know what I know. Because I have lived many lifetimes on this realm. I know all my past lives that led to this one. You're not about to tell me what the fuck I know and what I don't know. That's what you're not going to do. I know what I know for a reason. I share what I share when it's meant to share for a reason. And I told this person straight, I said, if you ain't the Holy Spirit, I don't know what you got to say. And this person wanted to argue with me about it. That's how I knew that they were a low vibrational demonic spirit. Because only a low vibrational demonic spirit will be triggered by something the Holy Spirit will tell a divine child. What the fuck I look like arguing with you over the internet? Bitch, you don't even have a profile picture. I don't know you. I don't give a fuck about you, nigga. Their house land is permanently cursed by black magic. Return to sender. Whatever was stolen, land, house, whatever, cursed. Because it wasn't theirs. Oh, talking shit with the same mouth they used to suck dick. What the fuck did I get? Didn't I just say I don't know how you suck dick for money and suck dick for free on your knees at the same time? Didn't I just say that? Talking shit with the same mouth they used to suck dick. Lord have mercy. I said it. Archangel Gabriel, water, west. He specifically rules over Pisces, but it's all water signs. But you see it. So Archangel Gabriel is here. Hello, Archangel Gabriel. Well, this goes for my water placements. How you doing? This highlights all my water placements. Yeah, this highlights all my water placements in my chart. Yeah. Archangel Gabriel, he rules water, west. So, I just told you, if you're a water sign, or if your MC is ruled by water, which is, your chart ruler is your MC ruler. So if you don't want to go by your sun sign for whatever direction that you're going in, you could always look to your MC ruler. Your MC ruler, whether it's fire, water, earth, or air, you can use your MC ruler to go in a different direction too. But I say your sun sign because your sun sign is the direction that you're supposed to be following in this lifetime. And that's the most powerful thing. So as a Sagittarius, directly under the authority of Archangel Michael, south it is. But Archangel Gabriel's here, and Archangel Michael, because I was meant to say Archangel Gabriel on this card again, but Archangel Michael came out. So say hello to Archangel Gabriel and Archangel Michael. Thank you, Mercury fucking retrograde. Shit is crazy. If you forfeit divine instructions, don't expect to be blessed or protected. Didn't I tell you that when I was doing the tarot? That you better be prepared to draw blood to get the fuck out of here? If you forfeit divine instructions, don't expect to be blessed or protected. Because we told you what to do. We gave you the visions. We gave you the dreams. We showed you and told you what to do. We give you signs every day that you're awake. No matter where you are, no matter what you're doing. We told you what to do. We showed you what to do. But you refuse to listen. So if you get left behind, don't expect no divine help. You got to figure it out. At that point, the divine is going to sit back. What you going to do? Oh, you're going to have to fight to get out. Let me see what you do. The divine will step back. They will. Please don't think they won't step back, because they will. Oh. Create your own custom medicinal and herbal inventory. Dr. Sebi research. So I want to get Dr. Sebi's books so I can research like herbs and like different uses for the body. So that's what that means. Apocryphy, I believe it's called. Apocryphy? Do that. Apocryphy. Let's get into apocryphy, y'all. Remember to pay yourself first. Stack your savings. Oh, remember I told you that you're going to have to invest in a apartment house or condo out of the country? For the next 12 months, this is what you need to be doing in order to make that happen. Remember to pay yourself first. Stack your savings. And also some with the timeline shift. With the timeline shift we just had, start your businesses. Start your side of businesses. It's time. Your spiritual hater is a Virgo or Libra. I don't know who this is for. But it definitely resonates with me. I know who both of them are. I know who the Virgo and the Libra is, but heavy on the Virgo. I know who both of them are. And then under the deck, it says, do a return to sender immediately. So I don't know who that's for, but you need to do a return to sender, sweetheart. Or sir. So let's keep going on this side. This is the other half of the deck. I split it in half because this shit is a big ass deck. And then under this one, it says new spiritual gifts coming online, ascension symptoms. So there's a spiritual inheritance coming in of new spiritual gifts. Okay? Oh, death, disease, and destruction, divine spiritual shift. Death, disease, and destruction, divine spiritual shift. Somebody need to get a prenup. Normalize a prenup to protect what you're building. Somebody need to get a prenup. I don't know who that is. Get a prenup. Protect your shit. Thank you. Your spiritual hater is a Sagittarius or Capricorn. Oh, this ain't for me. Somebody, whoever it is, that's going to see this. Your spiritual hater is a Sagittarius or a Capricorn. Now, whoever's a Sagittarius, a karmic Sagittarius, you need your ass whooped. Because as a high vibrational Sagittarius, bitch, we don't claim you. As the 9th house of the divine itself, no, we don't claim you. You need your ass whooped. You need your ass whooped. Ooh. Thank you. I love it when the decks talk. Okay. Hold on. Did I put that back in this? Let me see something. I think I did. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So I know I missed something. The blessings are coming in threes. Remember I told you there's a hidden blessing, and then the other card in the visual oracle was a blessing? 2 blessing cards, right? Everything comes in threes. The blessings are coming in threes. And then the card that came out of this deck was trips, big bags, good sex, new experiences, happiness, and peace. Ace of Pentacles. Y'all have some monetary blessings coming in. Make sure that you invest it and save it properly. 2 words for you. Compound interest. Look it up. Look it up. Ooh. Ooh. Hold on. This is a big ass deck. Oh, damn. Stolen land, house, or money being returned tenfold. Ooh. There you go. Everything that was stolen is being returned. But like double, triple, quadruple for your trouble. Oh, shit. God said he don't know them. Mom and dad said they don't know him. Do you motherfuckers run around here doing this dumb shit? Mom and dad said they don't know you. Don't call on them. They don't know you. Don't even try to speak to them. They don't know you. Oh. Oh. This is bad. Domestic violence relationship or family situation. Do what you got to do to get out. I don't care how long it takes you. Do what you got to do to get out, please. This is not cute. I know how it feels because I've been in a domestic violence relationship. I was in one for 7 years. And I did what I had to do to get out. But whoever this is, do what you got to do to get out. But the key is to move in silence and to move around their schedule. So it doesn't look suspicious. Someone is playing in your face, throwing rocks and hiding hands. Pray for discernment, ask for this person to be revealed to you, and whoever they are, cut them the fuck off. Even if you have somebody around you, the minute you get around them and you feel like the shit ain't right, something ain't right about this person, cut them off. You don't need proof. Cut them off. Your intuition and your discernment is never going to lie to you. Cut them the fuck off. Okay. Let's keep going. The person you thought was your twin flame is a karmic, and I'm so glad this card came out. Divine feminine versus karmic feminine. Divine masculine versus karmic masculine. The people who we thought were our twin flames are our karmics. And that's another thing. As a reader, I'm not going to come up here and tell you like, oh, that's your twin flame and your twin flame loves you and they want to come back to you and they're going, they're going through some things and they have some connections, but they're going to cut them off and come back to you. I don't fuck with y'all type of readers. You're lying. You are Marcus. Hi, Marcus. How you doing, boo-boo? Destroy the enemy's frequency in my left ear. Thank you so much. This is an A-B conversation. See all the cunts out, please. And put up a barrier for the energy on the left side. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I don't fuck with y'all who lie to people out here. Because you got people thinking that their karmic soulmates are their twin flames. No. No. And this is the lesson I had to learn. And I actually pray for discernment on this. And this is how I was able to figure it out through the divine. Your karmic soulmate is not your twin flame. The person who hurt you, who cheated on you, who put their hands on you, who fucked you over, who left you for somebody else, is not your twin flame, because your twin flame will never do that to you. That was a karmic fucking soulmate. I need y'all to start telling the fucking truth out here and stop bullshitting. I don't give a fuck about no damn guidelines. Bitch, tell the truth. And that's why these niggas don't like me. And that's why these niggas don't like me. Hello. They don't like me. I don't care. I'm telling the motherfucking truth. Ah. And it's so funny that this card came out after that came out. You're not equally yoked to be together. Is the divine not clarifying what the fuck I'm telling you? I'm just saying. Moving out of the country. Twin flames, high level divine soulmates, get your money together. It's time. In a year, we have to be out of here. 1 year. 12 months. We got 1 year to get the fuck out of this country. Thank you. Niggas think they slick. I gotta get that handled. Rejection is God's protection. Period. I don't need to go no further than that with that one. Abandoned for their disobedience. Ancestors whooping their ass. Need I go further? They've been abandoned by their own bloodline. Every single last one of them. High level, low level. I don't give a fuck. Abandoned by their own bloodline in the ethers. Getting their ass whooped from the other side. Ooh. Spiritual hater is an Aquarius or Pisces. Oh, this resonates with me too. The Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Pisces. Oh, I know exactly who this is. I know exactly who that is. I know exactly who that is. And then these two motherfuckers here, I know exactly who they are. I know exactly who they are. Hello, fake ass half sister. The domestic violence relationship I told you that I had to leave. Pisces. The sister is an Aquarius. The ex-karmic is a Pisces. The Virgo is my ex-karmic soulmate's ex-wife. And the Libra is my brother's wife. And all you bitches are still trying to do magic on me to this day. Right? Still getting your ass whooped. Right? Stupid bitch. I'm still here. Right? Fuck you. Now we're going to do the behind the scenes oracle, and that is the last deck I'm going to pull for the night. I'm at 1 hour, 52 minutes, and 43 seconds. Not that I care. I'm just saying. Portal of Hell unlocked. Location number 3. America. Didn't America come out in a visual? Hello. What's at the back? Oh, the same thing that came out in the last reading. CERN water portals. Invest in identity theft and device protection software. Oh, didn't that illegal surveillance audio come out? Yeah. Identity theft protection and software. Get on it, y'all. I'm going to move this over here, and I'm going to actually stack these here because I hardly have any room. So I'm going to stack these just on the side here so I can have some room. Let's get started with the behind the scenes oracle. Ooh! Ritualistic killings for spiritual sacrifice. I don't have to make it up. I don't got to make it up. The original curse of Rebecca, Jacob, and Esau being reversed by God. Genesis chapter 27, 1 through 46. You need to go read this. The dysphoria conversations that have been going on for the past 6 years between black men versus black women, white women versus white men. The curse came from Rebecca, Jacob, and Esau. And it's being reversed. And it is in the chapter of Genesis. It's in the book of Genesis, chapter 27, verses 1 through 46. And you need to go read it. why black mothers are birthing their oppressors. Why is Rebecca birthing her oppressor, Jacob? And then Esau cursed Jacob because Jacob stole his blessing along with the help of Rebecca. And you wonder why the white man has so much hate in his heart for his own brother, who's he cursed since the beginning of time. Do we need to sit down and have this conversation? Go read it for yourself. The book of Genesis, chapter 27, verses 1 through 46. The original curse of Rebekah, Jacob, and Esau being reversed by God. And goddess, obviously, of course. I made these decks before Mom introduced her presence to me. Before I knew Mom existed, before I knew goddess existed. Before she even let me know who she was. I made this deck. I made these decks before then. So, you know. Go look that up and read it. The archangels are on the 3D plane. I mean, I knew that, but now you know that. 7 of them. 7 archangels are on Earth. Hidden in plain sight. Ooh. I don't know how many times this message is going to keep coming out before y'all get it. Be prepared for the fight of your life if you get left behind. How many times does this have to come out before you get it? I don't need to go no further. Illegal sex trafficking on the dark web for spiritual and monetary gain. Vinted app, anyone? IKEA, anyone? Illegal sex trafficking on the dark web for spiritual and monetary gain. Vinted, anyone? IKEA? Yet again, anyone? This shit is not a game. They tried to get low with it and somebody exposed them on Vinted for selling children under the guise of selling toys. They're not going to stop. They're just going to change it until it's time for them to die. Oh. The revolution, didn't I just get done talking about the dysphoria between black women, black men, white women, and white men? With the original curse of Rebecca, Jacob, and Esau? The revolutionary downfall of the black manosphere. Genesis chapter 25, verses 23 through 24. Black men have a curse on them. That curse was given to you because you took your brother's blessing. That blessing wasn't meant for you, was it? But you stole it. And you wonder why your brother cursed you and he's hated you since the beginning of time. Because you stole what the fuck wasn't his. And everybody's trying to figure out why black people were enslaved. I think you have your answer. Apocalyptic survival. Be careful because everybody can't go with you. Remember I told you in the last reading, don't say shit. Just go. Apocalyptic survival. Be careful because everybody can't go with you. Don't say shit. Just go. You're not supposed to take everybody with you. The age of Pisces. The veil is gone. We are officially out of the... Once we came out of the age of Pisces... And I'm going to have to break down the math for that year, too. I'm going to need you to help me break down the math for the age of Pisces. Yeah. But I know it was somewhere in the 2000s. We came out of the age of Pisces somewhere in the early 2000s. But once the age of Pisces passed and we started entering into the age of Aquarius, Now that we have fully embodied and entered the age of Aquarius, the veil is gone. The veil was broken. The veil's gone. The age of Pisces was all about the rose-colored tinted glasses and groupthink and drugs and escapism and bullshit. Yet the mysticism and the spirituality was there, but it was hidden under the guise of a fucked up illusion. Separate realities. I'm coming to realize that. Hell on Earth Unleashed. Don't be in America when this happens. So I'm going to tell you. Don't be in America when this happens. First card out. What was it? Portal of Hell Unlocked. America. Hell on Earth Unleashed. That goes hand in hand. Don't be here when it happens. That's what I'm going to tell you. So I remember I apologized because I had got the seals wrong. I told you it was every 2 years, and it's actually every year. So the first trumpet, I'm gonna have to fix this deck now that the divine corrected that information for me. So the first trumpet is Earth Devastated. So the first seal was technically 2025. So the first trumpet was blown in 2025. 7 trumpets, 7 seals. 2025. The first trumpet is 2025, but on this card it's 2023. I have to fix this. Earth Devastated. Somebody go back and leave it in the comments. What was the biggest event that happened in 2025? I need you to leave it in the comments. Leave it in the comments. I'm dead serious. Leave it in the comments. Oh, from the age of Pisces to the age of Aquarius. Yeah, Christ consciousness, the Holy Trinity. The age of Aquarius, Christ consciousness. Getting this right, getting the yin, the feminine, and the yang, masculine, intertwined. As above, so below, as within, so without. Yes, Christ consciousness. Making yourself whole before the actual return of Yeshua. Yeah, the Holy Trinity, mind, body, and soul. Your body is the portal between heaven, hell, and earth, if you didn't know that. The frequency is off in society due to the 5G towers. Spiritual warfare. Psychological warfare. The 5th seal. So if the first, give me a minute. If the first seal was opened in 2025, the 5th seal would be, hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is going to be 2029. The 5th seal is going to be opened in 2029. Martyrs cry out testimony. This is going to be the souls crying from the ethers on the other side. That's when their testimony is going to begin. 2029. Because the first seal was opened in 2025. So every year, one seal gets opened. So 1 seal, 2 seal, 3 seal, 4, 5. This is going to be open. The 5th seal is 2029. This is going to be 2029. Year of the Chariot, 2023. The number 7. The year of the Chariot was an interesting year. What else? What other number breaks down to a 7? Something significant about 2023. The Chariot, year of the Chariot. The Galactic Federation stepped in, because the Chariot represents the Galactic Federation. The Galactic Federation stepped in 2023. The divine's going to keep giving me this message until somebody fucking gets it. Do not share your plans. Move in complete silence. I don't know how many times I got to... They're going to repeat this until somebody fucking listens. Dude. Forced reincarnation cloning labs. I told you they've been cloning since the 1940s. I told you that the elites, they keep reincarnating into recloned bodies in order to come back for that wealth. They have been cloning bodies since the 1940s. They have cloning labs in their underground cities and in their military bases that are underground. They have been cloning they have been cloning people. They have been cloning human suits since the 1940s. If you don't believe me, what's the name of that movie? Go watch Hellraiser. But I don't think it's Hellraiser 1 or 2. Go watch the Hellraiser where they created the box. The dude from where the French dude created the box as the portal to the gateways to hell. Go watch Hellraiser. And that's going to tell you what I'm talking about. Everything is hidden in plain sight. Open your third eye. It's literally hidden in plain sight. That's their code. Hide it in plain sight. Because they've kept the masses under an illusion for so long, they know you're not going to pay attention to it. The divine... I have to change this too. The divine warning, get out of America. It says 2023, 2024. That's before I knew. But it's actually 2027. The divine warning, yeah. Get out of America. I'm not fucking playing. I'm not fucking playing. Like, the sixth trumpet is 2030. Mighty Calvary. Calvary is when Yeshua returns. The second coming of Christ. Ooh, baby. Yeah. We got both seals here. The red horse, war. Pale horse, death. Oh, don't drop. Please don't drop. Fall equinox magic rituals. The fall of Babylon. The real truth is hidden in the Vatican archives. And didn't Rome, Italy come out? Did Rome, Italy come out? Your safe house will become new protected ancestral land. So where you make your home when you leave America, your ancestors, you and your ancestors, is going to be your land. It's going to be yours. Year of the Hangman, 2028, 12. Death to America. Death to America, 2028. That's the start of the Death to America. Year of the Hierophant, 2021, which is a 5. Something significant about 2021. COVID. Ooh, COVID. We were still in COVID in 2021. COVID. They sold their soul for money. Whether it was for millions or whether it was for a couple of thousand. They sold their soul for money. Martial law is going to be enforced in this country in about a year or so. That's when they're going to officially lock down America and you can't leave. Somebody in the comments also, this is the second one. Let me know what year Donald Trump was voted back in office. Because for some reason my mind is drawing a blank right now. So that's my signal to close out the reading. But didn't I tell you the karmics being left behind in the rapture is a sign of divine design? You worried about the divine beings. You worried about us still doing black magic, still doing incantations, still throwing spells, still paying for spells with money that you no longer have because we know you're losing everything. Right? That was done by design. 144,000 of my divine brothers and sisters understand that you are the trap for your karmic. That is the reason why you came back in this lifetime to cross paths with them, because you were their last chance at salvation. And because they didn't pass the test, their souls have been marked permanently for death. That was the plan all along. I hope you receive that and understand that deeply. As soon as I said that, I hear the sirens outside. World War III, EMP weaponry, matrix destroyed. Okay, this goes back to Cuba. Remember I told you what they're doing in Cuba is an experiment. They're using it as a test experiment to see how it's going to work, because that's what they want to do to America. That's what this means, World War III. They're going to use EMP weapons, psychological warfare weapons, to destroy the Matrix. And keep you in prison. EMP weaponry is also going to be used as a form of punishment, if you didn't know. It's like an electric shockwave, an invisible shockwave to the system that, like, eats you from the inside out. Creating the perfect human, DNA altering. I'm gonna need you to go watch Hellraiser. When the Frenchman created the box, please go watch Hellraiser. This goes back to the forced reincarnation cloning labs. I'm gonna need you to go watch it. I'm only gonna take 2 more because they're just repeating the messages that I already gave y'all. 4th trumpet. What year is that? 2028. Darkness of the sun, the moon, and the stars. The 4th trumpet, it will be 2028. Darkness of the sun, moon, and the stars. I'm gonna take 1 more and then I'm done. (2021 and 2022), the year of the lovers. Separation from karmic feminines, karmic masculines. If you separated from a karmic feminine or a karmic masculine in 2022, that cycle is about to close. If you separated from a karmic feminine or a karmic masculine between the years of 2020 to 2022, when COVID was happening, that cycle is about to close with those karmics. Okay? So this was it, y'all. This was the longest behind the scenes reading I've done, but it needed to come out because you needed the information. Okay, so I hope when y'all receive this, the divine gives you the visions that y'all need to understand what this shit is about. And from there, we are going to keep that shit rolling and moving. So thank you for being here. Thank you for receiving this message. I am grateful and I am happy for the blessings of the visions, the information, and the abundance and the prosperity and the new beginnings that are going to come to you. Please use them wisely. I love y'all, and I'll talk to y'all soon. Enjoy your weekend. Stay out of the heat.